type of pain you couldn't even kill with Midor. Fuck around, get sprayed with Lysol in your face like a can of.
The Nikkei average closed lower. Stock prices opened on the downside in London. And in New York Tuesday, the Dow Jones Industrials lost about 11 points.
On Johnston Atoll in the Pacific, the Army has begun destroying the first of 25,000 tons of chemical weapons, the nerve gases and blister agents. It is also building 8 stateside disposal plants to do the job. Originally, it told Congress this would cost $2 billion. But in Washington today, civilian environmental opponents said the disposal effort is out of control.
The Army's disregard for public health and safety.
It was the biggest force Japan has assembled since the earthquake at Kobe. Over 3,000 troops raided at least 25 buildings of a militant cult suspected of making the nerve gas sarin. That was the poison used in the terrorist attack. The troops, wearing riot gear and protective clothing, encountered little resistance and made several arrests. They also found about 50 cult members unconscious, apparently from malnutrition. And they reportedly confiscated a chemical used in making sarin.
Volvo introduces the world's first side impact airbag. Drive safely.
As the infamous nemesis of evil in the shadow, Stay Home pay-per-view delivers.
Died in Los Angeles after a battle with AIDS. Eazy-E, whose real name was Eric White, was a member of the group NWA, which helped popularize harsh inner-city rap music. Wright only learned he had AIDS after being hospitalized last month because of some breathing problems. Wright was 31.
About to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the deepest inner mind to the outer limits.
Each time the clock strikes 0, a new adventure begins. Who are you? Isn't it obvious? I'm you.
Wild, huh?
I once stepped onto an earth where there's no crime or hate. No one was afraid there, Quinn.
Welcome to the revolution.
We're not Kansas anymore. Sliders.
Is that beef stew you're cooking?
Yes. And I'm also studying a course in computer programming.
So tired about reading about these guys? Of course, Steven Spielberg, Jeffrey Katzenberg, and David Geffen, one of the big stories of the year, got together and formed DreamWorks SKG, their own studio. Well, they're a hit already, aren't they? That'll send the stock sky high.
The odds of survival are 1,000 to 1. And that's just the way she likes it.
My. Talented.
The entire trial could turn on his testimony. Here's NBC's George Lewis now.
John, people call Mr. Kalin?
Brian Cato Kalin was in a guest house at the Simpson estate the night of the murders when he heard thumps outside on the back wall at about 10:40.
Strike. Lawyers for the National Labor Relations Board went to court today seeking an injunction against the owners. A federal judge set a hearing for Friday, just 2 days before the season begins. Negotiators meet in New York tonight for the first talks in 3 weeks. One owner said if something's going to give, it has to give now.
The woman suspected of shooting Selena is still holding police at bay. You're looking at a live picture right now coming to you from navigation where the standoff continues. She has a gun and has it pointed at her head. It's our top story tonight, Friday, March 31st, 1995.
The shooting happened a little before noon today. She was shot twice in the back. At least one shot severed a major artery. Police say CPR began immediately, but Selena was in critical condition when she left the scene in an ambulance today.
Sam's got trapped.
Down he goes, 3 hours 38 minutes. The doctor's on board there with the captain. I think that was as much the excitement as anything else in San Francisco. In terms of technical excellence, this wasn't this match.
Comes the mufflers, nobody knows the ropes like Meineke. At Meineke, you'll always get a high-quality muffler at a great price. Plus, friendly, dependable.
Wright lived the hard life he promoted through his music. He's a self-admitted drug dealer with a criminal record. He's been in and out of jail more than 40 times. Wright is married with a young child, but admits to fathering 7 children by 6 other women. The star's publicist says all these women have tested HIV negative.
New anti-smoking ban went into effect today, but with a major exemption. At the last minute, the governor and legislative leaders agreed to allow smoking at most hotels, bars, and restaurants, bowing to pressure from the business community. The ban does apply at the workplace, in schools and prisons, even in company-run carpools.
They didn't kill her. I'm not murder that witch anymore, and I'm wearing a diamond tiara.
We need a piece of your hair, Miss Craven.
Take what you want. I ain't doing any beauty pageants this week.
This has been a very strange year. I can definitely say that. You know what? I was trying to think, I think this is probably the only award I'm going to win here tonight. So I was trying to think, maybe I should just say a whole lot of stuff right here, right now, just get it all in my system. Because I thought about all year long, everything building up and everything, and just blow it all just tonight. Just say everything. But I'm not. Thanks.
How many of my men did you kill?
Holy shnikes. How thoughtful of you to give me the pleasure of your annihilation.
Stop right there, Baron.
Walking spot?
Yep. And I'm working on my associate's degree in business management, too, so I can get a better paying job.
The cult known as Omu, which translates to mean sublime truth, has about 10,000 members, is highly secretive, and traces of sarin were found in an Omu building a few months ago. On several occasions, neighbors have complained about chemical odors and nausea. But Omu denies that it had anything to do with the subway attack and says the government is simply using that as a pretext to destroy their religion. And when a police spokesman was asked why members were arrested, he said it was for confining people against their will. The cult has been accused of kidnapping.
Record high for the 3rd session in a row. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained more than 18 points to close at 4157. Trading was moderate. On the NASDAQ market, stocks gained nearly 4 points.
From practicing already now.
You remember your last night here vividly?
Yeah, I think that's the night that we blocked Smith's shot, I think, and I'm pretty sure he remembers it. And I think that anytime you step in here, it's going to be a tough battle. It's a lot of good memories, a lot of bad memories either way. I mean, it's just a great place to come and play.
Michael, was too much made out of this? Are you a little more excited about tonight's game than maybe the other?
Looking at live pictures, a steady stream of mourners pay last respects tonight to Tejano music star Selena.
Selena Quintanilla Perez, dead at the age of 23. Police arrested a woman suspected of gunning her down today at a Northwest Side motel. Good evening, everyone.
Rap stars known for their promiscuous images in their music have historically promoted unsafe sex.
United Artists Pictures presents.
Just say, I won.
I won.
Don't buy a camcorder until you see the Sharp View Cam.
This is great.
Why would anybody shoot like this?
When you can shoot like this.
It's a much better way to shoot.
And it's in color.
This camera here is obsolete. It's like looking through a tunnel. I'll chuck it away.
You're going to be part of the action, and you're going to have a lot more fun using this one.
You don't have to take your glasses off. I can shoot and still see what's going on.
I want one. I'll give you my camcorder.
Like we said, don't buy a camcorder until you try the Sharp View Cam.
You give me this.
When you're caught.
When he's out to catch a killer.
The way they breathe, the way they move.
On the next all-new Vanishing Sun.
Tonight at 9 on the WB.
Fears of gas attacks have spread throughout Asia and around the world. And this morning, there's word that more than a dozen people were hospitalized in Seoul, South Korea, when gas spread through several floors of a building. The building houses an American insurance company. That company reportedly had received a telephone threat just hours before the incident. The gas was apparently released when technicians were checking the building's ventilating system.
Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player in the history of the game, returning to the Chicago Bulls this week and playing his first home game tonight.
Republicans to the reign of the Nazis is an absolute outrage.
Outrage or not, Democrat attempts to paint Republicans as heartless budget cutters are beginning to hit home. In a series of staged events and speeches, President Clinton's accused Republicans of trying to cut taxes for the rich on the backs of the poor. And it's worked. Nearly half of the House Republicans have signed a letter asking that tax cuts for the wealthy now be scaled back.
The action of sports. Be there as news happens. Get in on all the laughs. Cable really entertains you and takes you to the edge.
So, how do I get there?
You're most interested in. Choose from high school, TV, VCR repair, computer programming, auto mechanics, bookkeeping, learning the personal computer, electrician, legal assistant, animal care specialist, interior decorating, child daycare, medical office assistant, computer-assisted bookkeeping, small business management, conservation, catering and gourmet cooking, electronics, air conditioning repair, drafting, hotel restaurant management, fitness and nutrition, PC repair, or get your degree. You can major in business management or accounting.
Call now for the free information Sally Struthers spoke about.
And if you're a current Chrysler minivan owner, you can get up to $2,600 off. Don't miss it, only at the Chrysler Plymouth Minivan Store.
System, the handling, unbelievable.
Well, I love the anti-lock brakes and the airbag.
What you love is the air conditioning and automatic.
Okay, Mr. 195 horsepower, 4.3 liter Vortec V6.
All I know is from now on, this family is a Chevy Blazer family.
We know having a baby is a big enough decision as it is. Cigna Healthcare, a business of caring.
Academy Award winner Kathy Bates. Jennifer Jason Leigh.
An accident, Dolores, can be an unhappy woman's